I've never gone to a premiere, and to be there with so much of the cast, I don't know if you know, but we're never together. We always record one at a time, and so for all of us to be there together, and then the rest of the theater was full of fans, and it was electric. I am not exaggerating. It was a really hype, electric experience. It was so good.
My character wasn't in the movie. I emailed Japan about it, but I guess they didn't get it. But the movie, Dear Japan, more Kasabusto Academy. But it was a great movie, and it was really amazing to see all my friends and stuff in action, and the people I've known for a long time. So you guys will want to watch it. It's really, really awesome. You should go see it on the 26th when it premieres in theaters.
Yes.
Yeah.
This week, y'all, I just gotta jump in real quickly because it was so busy and so incredibly, like Lucy was saying, exciting, but it was so busy that I hardly felt like I had any time to actually enjoy my time being there. But actually, last night I was sitting and I watched all of the streaming that the foundation put up on their site and listening to all the interviews and everybody talking. Honestly, I was getting excited last night for the premiere I had already seen. So I'm actually not down off of this excitement, this buzz for the show.
Seeing the movie was awesome. I had seen it in Japanese because I could watch it at work, so getting to see it finished in English was a phenomenal experience. There were multiple times in the movie that almost made me cry. I'm going to be honest. There's some really exciting, very hype moments when you see your favorite 1A kids really amp up and step up to a challenge. There are some very gratifying moments, and you guys are going to love it. It's phenomenal. It is an excellent, excellent movie.
It's incredible. Yeah, basically, it was great to be able to share that experience with everyone, and in a few days, I'm not going to have to keep it so secretive anymore, which has been a real challenge, because I just want to tell everyone how great it is.
Yeah, same.
How jealous were your castmates that you just saw that you were getting on a flight to Hawaii?
When they learned what time we were leaving, it turned out there weren't a lot of folks jealous.
The premiere was so late. It was like, it went so late. We had to be up at like 5:30 in the morning to come here, and we're on Texas time, and so like, I don't even know what day it is or where I'm at. I think I'm in Hawaii. But, so there was a little jealousy, but not so much about the early morning flights.
Yeah, so it's like Texas is 2 hours ahead of Los Angeles. So like we were in LA, and so the premiere started at 7 o'clock. So for all of our bodies, it was 9 o'clock at night. At 7 o'clock in Los Angeles, it went until 11 o'clock at night. So like we're going to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning for us. We're getting up at 6 in the morning to go to the flights.
We're just premiering a movie and then going to Hawaii.
Yeah, so like, and now Hawaii is 4 hours behind Texas. So like, we're all just confused as to what time it is. Like,
We really had like a half a day before the con, so I was like, let's do everything, you guys, in this 5 hours that we have before the con. And now I'm really tired.
by the way, do you guys know who all of us play? Just making sure. I want to make sure. So,
This is an adaptation. Is it weird for your inner voice to hear someone else playing your character? Kind of like the Japanese, you know, is it different from your experience, like your experience with the character versus someone else's?
Technically, we're playing their character.
Yes. I think we would say that we all really appreciate and take a lot of our cues from our Japanese counterparts. That's the first thing we hear as we're previewing what we're about to do. We hear it in the original Japanese, and so all of us would tell you that we're the first fan of them. Right? We're just doing a version for an audience if they want to watch it in English. So we take our cues from them. Always.
Do you read other books that you kind of interpret through your own lens of adapting manga yourselves?
Well, I'm a huge anime fan, and I have been since I was 15. And I actually got into voice acting because I make my own comic books, my own manga. And that's how I discovered, I met voice actors at a con, and that's how I discovered voice acting, and that was something I could do. So I read a lot of manga for fun, and then occasionally they'll make an anime out of it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, dip so you have to give it to me. So I know I'm a fan. I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like most of us are in some degree.
I read a few, not too terribly many. I've been going through and reading the Dragon Ball manga for the first time, having been a Dragon Ball fan my whole life. So I've seen the show, but like I never went and actually experienced it in its original form. So I've been doing that recently, and a few others, but I don't read a ton of manga. I read more American comics and stuff than manga, but I do read some.
I would say I'm a fan of anime, but I gained a lot more appreciation for it by working in the industry and getting to work on so many kind of varied shows. But now my understanding of it is more along the lines of, well, there's an anime out there for everyone, you just gotta find it. And I found a few that I like. I'm definitely a fan of Hero. I like, let's see, Promised Neverland. Okay, thank you, oh my gosh. I started reading Dr. Stone a little, just to catch up on. And I really like Mob Psycho. So yeah, totally. I like to kind of be engaged and see what's happening in the moment with this movie.
Yeah, I'm a fan of voice acting, so manga not so much, but anime big fan. I mean, I watch everything from Drifters and Hellsing to Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy and Dimension W, and I mean the list can go on and on and on.
I'm a big fan of dreamcasting and fan casting, and Legendary optioned the rights to this for a live action movie. So I'm wondering, with you guys having considered yourself the first fan of an adaptation from the Japanese, who do you want to play your characters in a live action movie? You can cast anyone, no budget restraints.
Everybody, when I had blonde hair, I had a lot of people tell me that I look like Kristen Bell, and we're both named Kristen. So I feel like she'd make a really good Nakagame, since she also has blonde hair, you know? So maybe she's got that really cheerful personality, yeah, the like kind of fangirl vibe. So I would say Kristen Bell for Nakagame live action movie.
Put these guys on the spot, so I want to like talk for a minute. It's a deep cut question.
In terms of, I don't know that she's the right age or anything, but in terms of like just the really positive effervescence of Ochako, who is the girl that just played Dora in the Dora the Explorer movie? She's wonderful, and her energy is, I think, would marry with Ochako really wonderfully. Like, she's just so bubbly and icy and cute. She's just so cute.
Anybody else have draft picks?
I don't have any picks for that, but I would say that I think Richard Donner of Mooney's direction would probably be a great cast, like a great director for something like that. Like if I could grab that visceral feeling of being a teenager. And I think one of the things that often gets driven past in this particular storyline is the fact that these kids are all trained up to be heroes, and so just as far as like just the way their interactions play off of each other, I think the interaction would almost be more important than the stars who play them.
I was thinking the Duffer Brothers for a similar reason. Like the Stranger Things guy doing a first feature film would be cool to see them interact.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So with this world expanding in such a crazy way, you guys are interacting with tons of fans, and your fans yourselves. What's been your favorite fan interaction? Like a highlight moment of like, whoa, this is a giant thing we're a part of.
Mine has to be a few years ago, a little over a year ago now, I guess, a year and a half ago, whenever it was. We were at, Dustin and I were at Anime Boston, which is Boston, Massachusetts, if that's not obvious from the name. But we were down at a restaurant to get dinner. We were talking about the con and how good it had been, and this guy came up to me and he told us that the show was a big inspiration for him because he tends to run in charity marathons dressed as superheroes. to raise money for different causes and illnesses and such, mostly for children. And he thinks it's important that children can see their heroes working for them. So he'll go dressed as like Superman and things like that. But he tore his ACL in training, I think, and he started watching My Hero Academia, and it motivated him to get the surgery that he was putting off to fix his ACL, and then he ran in his next marathon as All Might.
It's hard to top, guys. The bar is set for fan stories.
Yeah.
That's the best.
For me, this was much earlier in my career, but as I said, I started drawing my own comic books, and a few years after I completed it, somebody came to me at a convention and had made a custom pop figure of my character from the comic book, which is like the only way I will ever see merchandise for something I made. But it was really cool. I still have it, and I keep it in like a case at home. But she told me she's like, yeah, all I had to do was like take two different figures and like tear them apart, and then put them back together and strip off all the paint and add all this stuff. And I was like, it was so much work, and I just like started crying. I was like, thank you, and you're giving it to me. She made like a special box for it and everything, and so I still have it, even though now that comic is really old and I hate it. The art's really old.
I have so many wonderful, it was really hard to narrow down something, honestly. But just kind of a different fan story. Recently, my kids, I have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old, and this is what I do for a living. It doesn't mean that everybody in my family is just gonna love what I do or something like that. But my girls we were watching My Hero. We're in the second season. We're watching the Sports Fest. And at this one point, there's sort of a lull in the conversation, and my oldest daughter goes, I like anime. And I went, oh, that's how fandom is born. Like, that's how it happens. And it's not me pushing it. It's because our shows are great, and they're worthy of fandom, It's great.
So this show specifically deals with heroes. Obviously, it's right there in the name. And I love the fandom because there's so many individual heroic moments. What do you guys think it takes to be a hero? What is your individual definition of hero? The James Lipton questions tonight.
Yes, I like it. Deep.
I'm going to keep it in the theme of the show for Hiroshima at least, and I think it's living a life without regret. I think the idea of being able to go through each decision that you make and knowing that you've done the best that you can do at that moment in time, and you've got really no choice but to be proud of that decision you made then, and to be responsible for it. I think that is what being a hero is in everyday life.
I think there are just so many ways that people can be heroic, and it can be as simple as like reaching out to your friend and being like, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? Like, I haven't heard from you in a while. Reaching out to someone you haven't talked to. But like it could be something so simple as like seeing the coffee pot is empty and refilling the coffee pot. Like that's somebody's hero. Whoever makes the coffee. I feel like the whole concept of being a hero is like just being the one who takes action when action needs to be taken, even if it's something small. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I've been on a journey of like self-improvement and self-love. And I read in one of the books I've been reading that talks about having followers on the internet. And it's like whether you have 10 followers or 10,000 followers, like you have 10 people or 10,000 people that listen to you and look up to you. And like that was a really profound kind of moment for me. I was like, oh my God, they're right. Like there's this many people that care about what I say. And for me, that was a really defining moment because once I realized that, I was like, I'm going to start being really positive on the internet because I was like, I want to have a positive impact on people. And I decided that about 7,000 followers ago. And And I've had a lot of people that are just like, thank you. I post motivational quotes a lot, so if you ever need that, you can follow me. But I post a lot of motivational quotes, and I have people that are like, thank you for doing that. Like, this really meant a lot to me. This got me through the day. And it seems like such a simple thing. Like, all I'm doing is Googling, like, motivational quotes. I don't feel like I'm doing anything amazing, but it seems to make a big difference to other people. And I think being a hero is doing something for others without expecting anything in return. Just doing it because you feel like it's something that needs to be done.
Also, I think when we talk about heroes, sort of the beauty of our show is that, you can have a quirk that's really flashy, or you can have a quirk that's really not. But it all matters, and it's all valuable. And I think about that about us. Not all heroes have the same abilities. We don't all have the same gifts. It's okay. It's okay to play your notes as best you can. And I think that's part of being a hero in real life, is understanding that I don't have to be like anybody else to be a hero. You just do what you do to the best of your ability. Play your notes.
In a similar vein, I love when actors get to dive into their character for multiple episodes, multiple seasons to grow in the character. What is one major lesson you've learned from your character?
That you can hide from attacks by pulling your body into itself.
Keep trying.
Sweat is way more versatile than we thought.
The importance of self-care and truly taking care of yourself and knowing when to take a step back and recuperate.
Growing, it's tough to dye your hair.
Yeah, probably just don't give up. Don't give up.
If you were the headmaster, if you ran a school for superheroes, what would the 3 most important classes in the curriculum be?
If I was a headmaster of a school, I would have to take serious stock of my vocational choices. I am in the wrong occupation.
Xavier doesn't sing well.
I think like teaming up, working together, would be like one of the most important ones. Because you see as the show goes on, whenever we team up, we are so much a better force. And learning to work with each other is a big part of what we do.
Budgeting. Heroes have bills. So I feel like it's important for you to learn how to budget your money, how to do your taxes, and simple cooking. Because as we all know, as a hero, you have to be able to cook in case you're waiting for the other rescue team members. Also, weirdly enough, that's things I think we should have in normal schools.
I assume that heroes in my hero world have to be ready to fill out a lot of insurance forms, right? Like insurance related paperwork of this is how this building got destroyed. This is what happened. These things were going on. There's probably got to be a course related to that.
I'm interested in if there's a whole level of quirks that are associated to this type of hero.
Right?
Like there are tax heroes. My tax hero.
That's H&R Block.
I feel like these are all really important to real life, and I never thought of that until now.
There you go.
Also, superheroes must burn a lot of calories.
Hero and hero.
So you were talking about how you guys don't often get to team up in real life since you all record individually. What's the rest of the cast like? Do you guys ever have potlucks? Do you guys hang out and have picnics?
Can we do a Funimation potluck? But only for the My Hero cast.
You should put that together.
Which is fine because pretty much every actor is inevitably going to be in My Hero Academia because the cast is so large.
It's a great group of people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Being at the premiere just the other night was probably one of the few opportunities that we all got to hang out with that large group. though I don't know that any of us got to share more than 17 words with each other. Just getting to see, David and Patrick hanging out together and talking, and as a fan going, they're like working out their issues.
The
Todoroki's hanging out. Dobby walks up to him. Whoa. Yeah.
Looking at me.
So I love all those little connections. What are you gonna
I
give me?
feel like conventions are really the only time we get to hang out with each other, and sometimes it's the same group and sometimes it's a different group, but it's really cool because it's like, hey, this is what you're like because we don't see each other just all the time. Usually if I see Lucy, she's just walking around my office. I'm like, hey.
There have been a few times where we've been led from one spot to another spot as we're going. Some of us might say, oh, sorry, pardon me, or excuse me, or things. It does feel a little bit to my ears like I'm watching a scene where we're shuffling down the some at the
Was working on the movie any different from the show? Like, was the format different, or was your job, pretty much the same feel?
It was a little different.
It was louder.
It was louder. The movie had a really tight turnaround for recording schedule, and so we started recording it at Funimation, and Colleen was directing it, and then it moved over to Okratron, which is Chris Sabat's studio, and so once it moved over there, Colleen was directing half of the movie in one of Okratron studios, and Monica Rial, who voices Suyu, was directing the other half of the movie in the other studio with very choice actors. And so Justin and I finished the movie with Monica. Did you ever work with Colleen on the movie? You did, okay. But we finished the movie with Monica. We started with Colleen in 2 different locations. And it was crazy. That was what was probably the most different about it for me. But otherwise, it was pretty much business as usual.
Yeah. I did my session with Monica, and then Colleen, I guess there and at Overdrive. But then Colleen did pickups with me she was in Dallas and I was in Houston over Source Connect. So it was different. There was a really fast turnaround, so the movie was kind of different in that way.
There was also a series that was running right alongside it. So
Yes.
everybody was taking time out to record the movie, and we were also working on, I don't know, somewhere in the upper 70s
The regular
episodes.
show, yeah.
We're still coming out once a week, for season 4.
Yeah.
Is that hard to separate timelines in your head as you're voicing things? I'm here, I'm in this world, I'm over here.
It was a little confusing. It was a little confusing to me, oh, this is what's happening in this show right now, and then this is the world of the movie. It was a little different.
I think the direction was generally later.
Later, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little strange for me because the movie takes place in Orlando. His relationship with Deku has grown more after the events of season 3, which season 4 hasn't explored very much. Right now, season 4 is only just starting to have Baku really show up and all. And so we're only now sort of starting to see the excuse you? You were such a big part of season 4. But we're only now starting to see how Bakugo is growing from that encounter in the show. But we had to kind of jump ahead to when Bakugo was a little bit further into that development and is a little bit calmer with everybody. So that was kind of interesting. But it was only more interesting to then jump backwards. So to be and now we're really developed, and now we're gonna go back to where we're not as developed. That was kind of strange. So it was almost more strange going back to the series than it was for me to go to do the movie.
So I've got one last question. We're going to do 10 or 15 minutes of fan questions. So if you guys want to start queuing up calmly and politely. But while you're lining up, I want to know, what is the biggest similarity and biggest difference between you and your character?
I like to tell this story because I think it's funny, but when I got cast as Nakagame, Colleen came into my office and she was like, hey, I cast you in my show. She's like, you're going to love it. She reminds me a lot of you. And in my head, I was like, that's I was like, great, thanks, I'm so excited. And in my head, I'm like, what does Colleen think of me? I was like, is it like a girl that's like made out of snot? Like, what is this character? And then I get in the booth and her first line is like, hey, Todoroki, can I get your autograph? You guys are so cool at the sports festival. And I was like, oh, she's a fangirl. Then this makes sense. So I would say the biggest thing we have in common is that we're both kind of fangirls. Yeah.
My biggest difference is that my sweat isn't explosive. That's for sure. But Colleen would tell you that all of us are a lot like our characters in very specific ways. And Justin Cook really likes to point out every single time we do something that is like our character. You're not doing well. But I work as an ADR director at Funimation, and Justin is technically my boss's boss. So if there's gonna be a fan fiction about that, about Bakugo Kirishima in the future. But like I walked into the office before to ask a question, and Zach Bolt will come in and be like, hey, this thing is coming up, and I go, when? And Justin starts laughing because he goes, you don't go, when? You are like, when is it? Tell me right now. And so that's apparently my Bakugo. That's the Bakugo in me.
I think Justin and Kirishima are both really positive people. I think they have that in common from what I've seen.
I'd like to, if I could only stand proud there, it's Kirishima. Although he does get depressed. I don't know that I have audience. Yeah, and I don't have to, I can't, I have no. Yes.
We're all
But I like that Kirishima cares, and I do like to try to have that in my attitude.
All right, we're gonna open up to you guys.
Alright, first off, aloha to all of you. Welcome to our island. We're so glad to have you. So, as you said, it is an enormous cast. It is, and the consequence of that is it's a great mix of both people who've been with Funimation from the very beginning, almost, and people who are just starting out and only been doing it for a few years. So, do any of you have a shout out to a particular performer's performance that you think has been especially plus ultra?
Wow, that's a great question. I love that. I will shout out to Rita Valencia, who plays Mineta. I think she does. It is hilarious, and we need the laugh that Mineta gives us. We need it in the show, and she's amazing. She's great.
I'd probably do Rico Fajardo as Mirio. I think it's a great character for him, and I feel like he's an incredible actor. He really brought his A game to that character and made him a really lovable character.
You guys haven't seen this yet, but Danny Chambers in the movie, she plays one of the new characters, and it is excellent, and you guys will be very, very impressed. Danny's performance is excellent, so look forward to that.
Big fan of Toga in the series, so Lydia Clark, I think, really makes that character for me, and I'm always excited to see her pop up.
I'm a big Eric Vale fan. Shiraki at end of season 2 is going to be one of my favorite scenes throughout the whole show, but it's so hard. As soon as you name one, I start thinking, it's like dominoes. I start thinking of the sports tournament and
I think about Newton Pittman as twice. Love him as twice.
and it just goes on and on and on.
I love Josh Greeley as Tokuyama.
Tokuyami and Kurchetta.
Yeah.
He does both of them.
Colleen's performance, not just as Yaoyorozu, but as the voice director for the whole show. I mean, there's a lot of folks that really do throw a lot of their time and energy in trying to make sure everything sounds perfect and is recorded great. The engineers that work on the show really goes on and on. And there's
Be here all day.
a lot of unsung heroes.
Holla to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What are your
Was the boat that Froppy was on when they were?
Yeah.
That's not the ship. That's not the ship we're talking about.
I was just thinking they leave the island in the next movie. So it's that one.
It's a good ship. Yeah.
Good ship.
My favorite ship is your favorite ship. Isn't it great?
Thank you.
Go for it.
So hope you guys are all having a great time already.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, who is your favorite character besides yourself? Like, yeah, you Bakugo. And why?
Who's our favorite character other than ourselves? So my first favorite character is obviously Bakugo, but my second is Katsuki, my third is Kacchan, my fourth is King Explosion Murder, my fifth is Lord Explosion Murder, and why would you need more than the top five? So
All Might. All Might is my favorite.
My favorite character is Bakugo because I think there's a lot more going on there than people give him credit for, and he's actually very astute and observant. And I think everyone thinks he's just really angry, but I believe in that fiery boy. He's my favorite.
Is that 2 votes on the table now? That we have to say?
That's two.
Toga, she rules.
I'm a fan of Amajiki these days. He's my current. I think he's fine.
I also love Mr. Compress. Sorry, I love him. So cool.
Amajiki, your real life cousin.
I really like him. He's real life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who are your guys' favorite teachers besides All Might? Favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher.
Miss
How-
Joke. Obviously.
Mr. Aizawa that's tough love.
Here.
It's great.
I like Midnight. I'm just gonna say it. No reason.
Yeah, sure.
There was a scene in the episode that just came out today in the dub where Ectoplasm is teaching math, and I was just like, what? Okay. Cool, man.
I hasn't.
What's up?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody help this.
Help her.
Yeah.
See, that's a hero right there.
That's right here.
If I was a voice actor, and what was y'all's advice be to me?
If you want to be a voice actor, what would our advice be to you? Study. Study hard. Study acting, study film, study radio, mic technique, all sorts of things. There are so many versatile traits that go into voice acting specifically that would come in handy for you.
Do theater while it's free.
Yes.
Yes, do lots of theater.
Do all your school's theater because once you're an adult, you have to pay for everything. So do it now while it's free and you can learn from it.
And you can practice. You can buy a cheap microphone. You do not have to spend a lot of money. Buy a cheap microphone and use the free software on your computer and play with your voice.
Read out loud.
Yeah, read out loud a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hi. What would you do if you had your character's purse?
Buy antiperspirant.
Look into some good insurance.
I'm sure that I'd be in construction somehow.
Yes. I feel like I might be in construction too somehow.
We're working together.
Floating.
I guess I joined the circus. Seems like that's something I would do.
Thank you.
Hi.
No.
No.
日本語が少しわかります。少し。
日本語を話しますか？
はい、少し。Say what?
You speak a little Japanese?
Yeah, that's what I said, Japanese. そうですね。
Another question.
it one per person because we got a whole line of people behind you. We want to make sure everybody can get to it. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you. Arigato.
So guys, so
Hey.
if you were in the anime and you had your quirk, would your quirk be? Would your name be?
I've been preparing for this. So, my quirk would be the ability to open up a portal and send bad guys into a special porta potty that would trap them. And my hero name would be Portal Potty. And I would be the #1 and the #2 hero.
She was very prepared for this question. That was an excellent answer.
I didn't think about it that much.
Portal potty.
My go-to on this is I want to be able to prick my finger and then run the blood droplet over any text and fix all grammatical errors. And my hero name would be Type O.
I'm gonna bring it back. Yeah. So I want to be able to grow my hair out, and then if I give it a little wiggle, then you're under my spell, you're under my command, and my name is Aphrodisia.
These are all really good.
I can't compete with that.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't compete.
You got the portmanteau names and everything.
I don't have a good name, so maybe you guys can help me with this one. But I steal this one all the time, and I'm going to do it again. It's Brittany Karnowski's quirk. It's not her real quirk, but it would be a fun quirk to have, which would be to throw the quirk at someone. Right? I could just do that, and then one of the guys in the back could be like, what would that name be?
Oh, God.
I feel like Stink Bomb.
Gas X?
Stink Bomb is a good one. Yeah.
Stink Bomb.
Anyway, something like that. I think that would be fun. I would do that all the time.
I don't even have. I can't even compete with all of that. I feel like if I had a quirk, I would want to have a quirk like the guy. Isn't there a guy in the show that you can disappear and reappear somewhere else?
That's Mirio. It's, he can go through
That's right. So it's walls. I would like to be able to do that. I would also like to be able to multiply myself like that villain, like one of the villains. Twice. That would be super cool.
Your name?
I don't know.
multiplier.
Multiplier. Yeah.
I think I'd name our guy Flatulence.
Dude, they came up with Crop Duster, and I'm thinking that's the winner.
Thanks.
Mahalo.
Thank you. Someone be a hero.
You got it. You got
Look
it.
at this.
Have you ever had anyone said you look like another celebrity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
People tell me I look like Kristen Bell.
Not for you.
You just said one to me the other day.
Oh, I posted a picture of myself and Cliff, and somebody asked me if one of my friends asked me if I was there with the Lord of the Rings guy,
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin.
And I was like, no, that's Cliff.
I've heard Thomas Middleditch, you know, the guy from like the Verizon commercials or Silicon Valley. I've also heard Andy Dick, which is like, oh.
Now,
I've heard Renee Zellweger. Yes, a little bit like.
I actually thought that just earlier today.
That's an Oscar.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
thank you.
Aloha everyone.
Hi.
My name is Kerwin and this is more of like, ever since you came to Hawaii, what was the best thing you've eaten so far?
Snow crab.
Snow
We
crab.
went to Karai Crab. It's so good it'll make you cry.
That's their hashtag.
Yeah, that's what we ate that. It was really good.
It was
great.
great.
It was amazing.
Mahalo guys.
Yes.
So everybody hears their own voice different than how everyone else hears it. So in a profession where your voice is everything, how does it affect your process? And are you ever like, is that me when you hear your voice played back to you?
I
think over time you just really get used to it. Like I have definitely been able to parse. I think everyone has that sensation of like, oh, that's how I sound. But now I don't notice any difference speaking or hearing myself recorded. Yeah.
In my head, I feel like I sound really old, but then everyone's like, "You're so young. You'll be working forever." And I'm like, "Do you mean it?" Like,
You really get used to it. It's weird. In the beginning, it's super weird. That's one of the reasons that if you want to do something like this, you need to practice into a microphone with headphones on a lot, because you don't want to ever go into an audition and be so weirded out at the sound of your own voice that it throws you and you're not able to be present and do your best. So be sure to practice. They call that mic technique. It's just learning mic technique.
good question.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You want to lightning round these last few?
So we got technically a minute left, but I'm going to say we have 3 if we go quick, and then they're going to be signing right at the other side of that wall, so you can find them, and we're going to do as many as we can in 3 minutes. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Awesome. Love you guys so much. Never thought an anime would take over my life as a 25-year-old kid, but here we are. So, outside of My Hero Academia, who are you guys' favorite anime characters?
Back Mongolian chopstick.
Awesome.
Like Luffy from One Piece.
Luffy is awesome.
Gohan from Dragon Ball.
Shirayuki from Snow White with the red hair.
Awesome.
Ruli Toru from Fruits Basket.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mine's Vegeta, just because I have a microphone. I have to shout out my boy.
Yes.
You've all voiced all of the wide variety of characters. If you had 2 characters that you voiced and you wanted them to meet and interact, which 2 would you pick, and how do you think it would go? Bakugo and Kaba, just because I think they would not get along great, but also still get along great.
Malim and Nakagame, I think they would get a kick out of each other.
Nico from Nanbaka and Luck from Black Clover. They both really need a friend.
Bellamy and Ken, I think they've got the most likelihood of actually meeting. Would be fun. But I just would love to watch just how quickly Bellamy got under Ken's skin.
I'm gonna say Medusa from Soul Eater and Honey Senpai from Warren High School Host Club. That would be hilarious.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
Out of My Hero Academia world, what do you guys know? Worst and best words there.
Worst and best what?
Works.
Works.
Sticky balls is pretty awful. Wait.
I can't think of any.
I don't know. I like
Shows that would have to be
Oh, Dual R's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. It's too on the spot.
Yes.
I used to call my great power portal potty.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
The best is Froggies.
Hi.
My question is, what's your best line in your character's voice?
Die!
Not very heroic, Bakugo.
I just talked to a girl on the phone!
I play 2 characters, Nakagame, but I play a character this season in the licensing exam arc. His name is Tamashiro. And his is, my binging balls eat whatever they touch.
I'm gonna become a pro. I'll sign with a good agency and make plenty of money. Then I'll let my parents have an easy life. I also play Recovery Girl. I don't know if you know that, but I'm also Recovery Girl. So I'm gonna say her best line is, thank you. All fine.
All right, this is going to be the last question.
This is Metal. If Deku became a villain, what do you think he would look like?
A lot like Deku.
But cooler. Villainy.
I think he looked like Deku from season 3 when he was dressed like a yakuza. You know, and he's all like, "Get out of the way!" Yeah.
Sticking his chin out.
You know?
Yeah. What are you looking at?
Definitely evil Deku right there.
There you go.
So these guys are all going to be doing photos and signings and everything right on the other side of that. Make sure you tell him to love